C.S. Lewis rejected the idea that Jesus was merely a great moral philosopher. Interestingly, this is because he found his pronouncements to be preposterous. In Mere Christianity, C.S. Lewis says, "I am trying here to prevent anyone saying the really foolish thing that people often say about him. I'm ready to accept Jesus as a great moral teacher, but I don't accept his claim to be God. That is the one thing we must not say. A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. He would either be a lunatic, on the level with the man who says he is a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else a madman or something worse. You can shut him up for a fool, you can spit at him and kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not come with any patronizing nonsense about his being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us. He did not intend to. Now it seems to me obvious that he was neither a lunatic nor a fiend, and consequently, however strange or terrifying or unlikely it may seem, I have to accept the view that he was and is God. This is obviously a false trilemma. There are several other possibilities. First, there's mere mistake. Back in those days, people were so superstitious that you didn't need to be mentally ill to have the kind of weird woo-woo beliefs that Jesus professed. I don't think it's all that unlikely for a person who was just eccentric rather than delusional to say and do the things we are told Jesus said and did in the Bronze Age. Given the culture of first century Judea, I don't agree that the assertions Jesus made are on the level with the man who says he is a poached egg. Another possibility is that Jesus wasn't lying, but the people writing about him were. Jesus never wrote a single letter in his entire life as far as anyone knows. Even if he never told a single lie, the stories about him could be nothing but lies. The people who wrote about him, or who told the first stories about him orally, also could themselves have been delusional. Even if Jesus was never mentally ill, the people who spoke of him to others could have been. They also could merely have been mistaken. Since those first stories were passed around orally, probably for years before anyone ever wrote them down, they could have been misheard, misremembered, or deliberately altered. And then of course you could simply dismiss the idea that Jesus even existed. I suspect he did, but the idea that he didn't is certainly more credible than the idea that he was a god incarnate. I'd like to remind you again that I do have a Patreon.